Hey, church family, it's Pastor Chris, and welcome to the Bishopville Presbyterian Church. I really can't wait to say that. This coming Sunday on May the 3rd at 10 o'clock, we are going to be gathering here in our sanctuary to worship with each other in person for the first time in more than a month. And I am just thrilled and can't wait to see all your beautiful smiling faces here in person as we gather together in worship. I want to let you know, I want to talk to you about a few things that are going to be a little different than what we're used to on any given Sunday morning. So I'm going to talk to you first about some precautions that we've taken. When you come in, you're probably going to notice the strong smell of some disinfectant. Your elders and I are going to be going through the church on Saturday afternoon and Sunday morning in preparation for worship, disinfecting. We're going to be cleaning the church beforehand, getting the sanctuary ready, getting this worship space ready to be as safe as we can possibly get it. Other things going on your end. Now, some preparation for you guys. If you feel it is in your best interest to come in personal protective equipment, masks, gloves, that sort of thing, you are welcome to do so. We are absolutely glad to see you, no matter if you're behind a mask or not. We are just glad to have you come and join us for worship. Something else going on, if you are in one of these situations where you have COPD or chronic bronchitis, chronic asthma, these sorts of immunodeficiency, or if you are the primary caregiver for one of these people and you're going to be in contact with them, we do encourage you to stay at home. Again, we want to worship in person, and that is an important part of who we are, and we want you to be safe and feel safe in doing that. So we will miss you if we can't see you, but we are, and I'll be talking in a minute about some things that we're going to be doing to help you out even through this as we are gathering here as the Church of God, as our church here. So some other differences. One of the biggest differences you'll notice is that we've moved our time slot from 11 in the morning to 10 in the morning. We are not having coffee hour or Sunday school. So the education building and the fellowship hall will both be closed. The education building and the fellowship hall will both be closed. One of the reasons we're doing that is because of the smaller spaces there, the more rub elbow kind of environment that Sunday school and the coffee hour have that just doesn't fit with the social distancing model we still want to carry out for the time being. So we are canceling both of those for the foreseeable couple of weeks, few weeks, and we'll be closing off both the education building and the fellowship hall. So come in through the tower entrances like you normally would for worship. Come in through the tower entrances. When you come in, you're going to notice that in addition to a greeter and a bulletin, you're going to see a hand sanitizing station. We're going to be setting up some hand sanitizer at our entrances so that when you come in, you can clean up if you don't have gloves or whatnot. You can still get your hands clean. You can, again, just little things we can do to help encourage safety and personal protection during this epidemic outbreak. Let's see, other things going on. We're going to be collecting for the Lee County Cooperative Ministry. Now, this is an important ministry in our community that feeds and cares for some of the most vulnerable in our community, people who have been especially hard hit during this whole COVID-19 outbreak, during the stay-at-home order and the closing of so-called non-essential businesses and things like that. It's been hard on them. So our local food bank, the Lee County Cooperative Ministries, is in need of donations. We are strongly encouraging you to bring the rice, bring the canned goods that you ordinarily would bring for your Lee County Cooperative Ministry donation. We'll also be taking up a cash donation for that during our offering time, and I'll talk more about that in a second. But what we'll do, ordinarily we have the kids collect those and we bring them down front here. What we want you to do this week is to bring them to the South Tower Room, the Bell Tower Room, or the Hardy's Tower Room, depending on what you call it, and drop those off in the corner there so that they can be collected and delivered to the Lee County Cooperative Ministry this week. So that is another difference that's going on. Another difference, again, talking about the offertory, the offering. We're going to have an offertory. We welcome your donations. We very much appreciate your support of this ministry, of our church, and want to encourage you to do that. However, the elders are not going to be passing the plates. The elders will have the plates, but they will not be passing the plates. If you aren't able to reach one of the plates and would like to give your donation, but somehow just you're not able to reach the plate, because we're going to talk about the last couple of big differences here in a second, the plates will be back at the front at the end of service and at the front of the church before the service if you would like to make your donation at either of those times. We very much appreciate it. Finally, the last two big differences in the worship service, one of which is that every other pew, this was a suggestion given to me by a good friend of mine, every other pew will be closed to encourage us to be socially distant from each other, again, to limit our risk factors for transmitting and catching COVID-19. So we'll have every other pew roped off. I know this means we're going to have to sit in some unfamiliar seats on Sunday, but again, we're doing this because we want to facilitate the safest, best possible worship scenario we can. We're not going to have a choir. We're not going to have a choir singing and leading us in music, so we're all going to have to sing a little bit louder on Sunday to make up for that. And our choir will be out here in the congregation with us, encouraging us along. Finally, the last and the biggest difference you'll probably notice is the inclusion of a tripod and a camera. Because we're looking at some ways to let those folks who have to stay at home, those people who are homebound already, be a part of our worship, either through live streaming or through video recording and sending them video links through YouTube or Facebook or Faith Life or any of these other different video mediums that we can find, maybe even burn some DVDs. But we want to get them plugged in to our worship service. So we're going to be recording our service. So at some place in the church, you're going to see a tripod and a camera. Don't worry about it. It's here on purpose, and it's just going to be here to help to facilitate worship for those who couldn't be with us in person. All those differences, they're big differences. We're worshiping at 10. We're socially distancing from each other. Some people are going to be in personal protective equipment. There's going to be sanitizer and disinfectant everywhere, both before and after the service. But the things that are going to be the same, we're going to hear from God. We're going to meet with God. We're going to worship God. We're going to pray to God. We're going to sing to God. And God is going to be with us here at the Bishopville Presbyterian Church as we gather to worship Him in the name of Jesus. And we know Jesus is going to be here with us too. And I am excited, and I hope you are excited too, for this opportunity as a church to worship together. I look forward. I've been just, so excited since Monday night. I am looking forward to seeing you in person. And until Sunday, God bless you. We'll see you soon.